welcome to another fabulous episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. You may know my next guest from Anchorman. He played Champ Kind, or Todd Packer from The Office. He's on tour right now. Let's welcome David Koechner.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on my show. You look so nice.
Well, thanks.
What kind of boots are those?
These are pirauku. This is a fish out of the Amazon. If you can get a shot of that.
That's
one way or the other.
Fish?
Yes, it's a 20-foot fish out of the Amazon. I did not catch it. It would be better if I did. There you go. That's a better shot. But yeah, I've got several of those. I got them from a boot store there in Los Angeles called the Country General Store.
You would get some exotic shoe in LA.
Yeah, why not? I've owned a lot of different boots, but these are my favorite, this particular style.
I love them.
They're very comfy. Yeah.
So a little bit about this show. I have a menu here.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you some appetizer questions.
Yes, I'm aware. I've watched. I've done some research, Lauren.
Yeah. I'm excited then. So do we have a safe word? Is there anything?
No, I mean, I'll just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start off with some appetizer questions. Well, then we'll just get right into it. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush, Linda Evans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was at Dynasty or Dallas that she was on. I was in grade school.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, she was also in The Big Valley, but I don't think I had a crush on her till later.
What did you love about her?
Good question. Well, at the time, so she was blonde and buxom. I think she always had a very
relatable.
Yes, but I think she had a very peaceful inner sense about herself. There was a confidence to her.
Yeah.
When I think about it, back then, I'm sure it was all sexual, right? As a boy.
Yeah.
But maybe the other thing was that, yeah, she certainly seemed confident and, knew what she wanted.
Like that's why you have a crush. I mean, you're not trying to just high five someone.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't think I didn't qualify it that way when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a crush now?
On a celebrity?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
You are the celebrity that people crush on.
Well, I don't. Well, that'd be nice, but not that I think. No, because I think See, I'm older, so it seems silly
to have a crush.
Yeah.
What is your idea of a perfect first date?
Perfect first date. A perfect first date would be. Let's see here. I think that you meet someone circumstantially. And then you both kind of agree, like, I'd like to continue this conversation.
Yeah.
And that's what it would be. And then you have a true interest in getting to know that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you meet people?
I don't. I mean, I meet them through work now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's very different now. So I don't think you know my history. I was married for 24 years. I'm divorced, and I have 5 kids. Mm-hmm. Now, who wants to meet that?
A single woman?
A single woman. I've got 5 kids.
Well, that just means that you're ahead of the game.
Well, right. That's right.
That takes some pressure off of a woman.
You're right. It should be a single woman, not a married woman. It would be a single woman who's probably been through plenty of relationships.
Yeah.
And is ready for that other partner.
Are your kids nice?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
Charlie's 24, Margot is 21, Sergeant and Audrey are 17, Eve is 12.
So they're almost all out of the house.
Eve's in 7th grade now.
I mean, Eve's there for a minute.
We got some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other kids are all adults. Yeah, and they're all very cool and they're all bright and sweet and kind. Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Oh, man.
Of course I do, but I'm not going to say it. No, any day one can be your favorite for one reason or another. And there's no upside in having a favorite.
Yeah.
The upside is fairness. And, I do look at it as a job, right? Now, it changes over time because you realize what your job was to do was to let them find themselves. But as parents, certainly from my generation, I think, we felt our job was to instruct them a certain way, which is the way the parenting paradigm has gone forever. But really, it is helping them. My job is to now help them find out exactly who they are. Rather than instruct them as the right and wrongs of the world.
Yeah.
My job is to make them safe and then make them happy. right? And then with that idea, then they should look for the same around them and act that way toward the world, right?
Right.
But we tend to, apply all these things onto our kids that might not fit. I used to think like this. So I grew up in a family of 6 kids, and my parents were very Catholic. And so I was looking like this. You've got a mainframe, your computer, right? And then what's going to be the operating software? Well, they put in the operating software. That's not your software. That's just what they give you. Mine was just Catholicism. And very early, like, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I got a floppy disk.
Yeah, okay, yes, yes.
That's about...
You're supposed to start building your own software, as that's my metaphor as time goes on.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm going to move on to some main course questions.
Okay.
We're diving right in.
I got right through the appetizer.
You swam through them. What do you think your biggest red flag is? For me?
For
you, your biggest red
flag. That I
flag.
present?
Yes.
I'm a little ADD. I'm a little over-involved. I try to make everything good for people, which is, I'm probably too nice.
Like a people pleaser?
Yeah. But then part of it comes with the territory. Look, I was raised Irish Catholic, so, there's a lot of shame and guilt. You're always supposed to be of service and that kind of thing. But then I have 5 kids, so that is kind of my job anyway. So I guess I'm a bit of a caretaker, right? But you're better off just being quiet. So I guess my biggest red flag is clearly talking too much.
No, we are here to talk. I want to hear more. What do you have any pet peeves?
My pet peeve?
Yeah.
I guess rudeness.
What would you do if you were on a date? Ooh, this is a new question that I have. Let's say you're on a date and you find out that your girlfriend is the kind of girl who would tip a great waiter less than 20%.
That's not acceptable.
What would you do?
So for whatever reason, we've agreed that so is she insisting that we can't tip more than 20 as a couple?
Yeah, let's just say she's not like a tip. She's not into tipping really. She's like, you don't have to.
Well, I would say it's important to me because I worked in the restaurant industry. So our standard is going to be 20%. And not to be an asshole, but I'm kind of a celebrity, whether I don't have an ego about it, but
you are a celebrity.
I'm well enough known that it would be an issue. They get, so you know what so-and-so gave me? So for me, it's not up to me. Even when I have bad service now, I will tip more than 20%. Just because my thing is don't leave anybody with a story. How was he? Nice guy. End of story. How was he? Cheap, a shitty tipper. Uh-oh, now we have a story, right?
Yeah.
But then that waiter might tell on themselves. Or then it becomes his girlfriend's a bitch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But so, something that's not a major issue. It's like, no, we're going to leave 22% minimum, right?
Yeah.
Now, if she has a problem with that, then that means that we have something to talk about, right?
Right.
And so the way to get to the bottom of what her issue is. Now, if she wants to be controlling and telling me what I can do in terms of my money, well, that's just not something that's negotiable.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So when you go on a date with someone, you really like to dive in and find out. It sounds like you dig and you try to get to who someone really is.
Well, I think I have a good sense of who a person is anyway. It doesn't take too long to figure out who a person really is. They're either nice or they're not.
Yeah.
Or they're needy or they're not. Or there's something wrong or there isn't. Or we're going to know that within the first 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite drink of choice?
Sparkling water.
Do you drink alcohol at all?
I used to.
How long have you been sober?
About a year.
Yeah. Are you feeling good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the best choice. I don't have a choice. I started drinking when I was 10.
What?
I'm from an Irish Catholic family.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It's been an issue for a very long time.
Did you have a good relationship with your mom and dad?
I had a relationship with myself wherein I decided I was going to make a move away from the family for whatever reason. I realized very early on that this is not the life for me. Living in the small town of Missouri with my brothers and sisters and my parents, it just didn't fit. Like I was talking about earlier with software, I'm like, this doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So I made the decision very early, like I'm going to leave. So as odd as it sounds, I kind of decided like, hey, we're not going to get any closer.
Yeah.
And part of that is my mother had 3 kids in 3 years. And I think she was very overwhelmed when I came along. And when I came along, I'm assuming I was a lot. because I am.
Yeah.
I'm too much, as you can well tell already,
No,
right?
you're not.
Well, in a way I am. So here comes, first kid, he was a little bit sick, and then the next one, and then the next one. I think by the time I came along, she was completely overwhelmed. My dad had a new business. She was helping with the books and the business and all this other stuff. She was kind of alone, and I think it was too much. And so it's safe to say that I didn't get what I needed.
Right.
And after a certain time of not getting what you need, and you recognize that in an early age, you're like, well, then I'm not going to stay here and not get what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of go out on your own. That was a very long explanation to a very simple question, because I was avoiding the truth, which is not really.
That's okay. You don't have to self-examine yourself.
I don't think I have
will
a
examine
choice.
you.
Okay, very good.
For you.
All right. That relieves me of my responsibility. Okay.
Hey there, lovely ladies. Fresh bowl of fall is right around the corner. So you know what that means. It's time to get cozy. We're going to have sweaters and pumpkin spice everything, and get your man's fall foliage all groomed up with Manscaped. While nature takes care of the leaves, we're here to make sure your man's nether region is leaf-free and ready for sweater weather. Give the gift of Manscaped to your special guy for cuffing season. Make sure he's feeling as fresh as that crisp autumn air. Head over to manscaped.com and use code DATE for 20% off, plus free shipping. Ladies, let's talk fall fashion. Flannels, cozy socks, and, well, trimmed balls. If you haven't heard of it yet, it's time to introduce your man to the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped, a grooming kit that has it all. A man's crown jewels are super important, and we have to make sure that he takes care of them and not accidentally whack off a ball with the wrong tool. So make sure that you get Manscaped for the safest outcome. So ladies, let's make this fresh ball fall unforgettable. Treat your guy to the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped and show him that fall grooming can be just as exciting as a PSL latte. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DATE at manscaped.com. Your man will thank you, and trust me, you'll both be ready to embrace this season in style.
How long did you ever you introduced your wife to your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Your ex-wife, I'm sorry.
Yes.
How long into dating her did you introduce her to your parents?
Here's the weird part. They met her parents before they met her. They met her parents before they met her. So she's from Kansas City. I'm from a small town in Missouri. We met on an airplane leaving Kansas City going out to LA. She'd been living in LA. I just got there 6 months prior. So then we hit it off right away. And then we kind of insisted you guys, our parents should meet and have dinner. Now, my parents aren't forthright enough to go, what the fuck is going on? They just said, well, that was interesting. And I thought they just felt like they didn't know what to do, how to negotiate this, because we don't know why we're meeting each other.
Right.
But as it turns out, you know, in the long run, a lot of red flags that I just let fall.
Well, how long into the relationship or a relationship do you feel it's safe to say, I love you?
Any relationship?
When you're dating someone and you're falling for them, how long in general do you think?
If you're being honest with yourself,
Yeah.
and I mean truly honest with yourself, and you're not trying to manipulate anything. So you're only doing it as a matter of an honest feeling, and you have a good sense that other person might feel a certain acceptance too, then I think whenever it's real. Now, what do you mean by love, right? That's the other thing.
Because there's infatuation.
Right. Love's an idea. I always say love is loyalty to long-term kindness. So love takes a long time to actually achieve in my book.
Yeah.
Right? So you can be together for a long time, say you're in love, and then what's that mean? That means the ability to then explore each other's, difficulties and foibles and get through it in a communicative way where we both go, okay, I know you're triggered, I was triggered, whatever, let's talk this through. We have great communication. That equals love in the long term. Now, in the short term, I can be in love with everything about this person, and I hope it develops to a deeper, truer understanding of, our coupling.
Yeah. How long do you wait until you feel like you can burp in front of someone you're dating?
I probably wouldn't be present enough to try to not burp.
Say that again.
I wouldn't be present enough present enough to
I see.
avoid burping. I'd probably just naturally let it happen.
It would just come out.
Yeah, you're going to burp. Who cares?
What about farting?
Farting would be delicate. Depends on if you're, well, if you can't help it, and you've got flatulence, we all do. But where's the situation? If you're in the car for the first time, like, dear God, right? Or if you're sleeping together for the first time, that's something to be really considered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you know what? You should be able to safe enough to go like, I had to pass gas. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Rather than trying to sneak a bomb and you hope the mattress absorbs it. Probably not going to.
You just hold the blankets down.
Right.
Try to keep it all
right. And hold
Dutch
the
oven.
blanket down here on her side.
Right.
And hold her and hope it just wafts out that way. But you don't know. So you're better off just going, you know what, I'm going to excuse myself and run down the hall or the bathroom, whatever's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not be practical?
Well, what if you have like a series of them? You can't just keep getting up and going.
Well, then you should probably spend some time in the bathroom. Like that's a signal that you have an extended run going, right?
That is true. How cold do you sleep? Do you like it cold in your room when you sleep?
No, I like it perfect.
What's perfect?
About 77, 76. You need colder?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, whatever you need. I don't have a demand. Look, if I can control the level of blankets I have on me.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you sleep with a lot of blankets?
Yeah, I like it.
At 77?
Well, probably 76. We're in the time of global warming, so we all have to be conscious about how low we burn, how much we burn every night. Typically, like I'm in hotels all the time, and you know what? 74 is too cold for me, so I'll put it on 75. We are not a match.
Not as long as you're wafting the farts and I don't have to have any covers on top of me.
I'm in the bathroom. So do you like no covers?
Oh no, I like it to be so cold in the room and like a fluffy blanket on top of me.
I like a sheet and a comforter being enough and not being cold if that was pulled off a little bit.
Yeah.
I do like to to get, snug in the covers, but not so much because I'm freezing. So you like it like at 72. Colder? 69? 68? 67? 66? 65?
That's the warmest I can go.
So your bedroom at night is turned down to 65.
At least.
Okay. Have you considered those cold sheets? What are they? Those are advertised.
Nope, I don't like them. They make me feel like I'm wet.
Okay. So you've tried them.
I have tried them. I've also tried sleeping on one of the beds where it even gets cold, and then that just feels like you're either sleeping inside of a menthol mint or in a puddle.
And your fella's fine with this?
Yeah, he's the same way. I mean, he bitches a little bit. He's like, oh my God, it's so cold.
Is that an accurate impression of him? He's an old Jewish woman?
He would be mortified if he saw that.
That's good.
But no, he's more like, it's too cold in here.
It's better that that's a bad impression of him.
And then every time that I wake up, I have to turn it back to 70.
Okay.
But the house is always...
The whole house.
Is 70.
All the time.
Yeah. And then I get to turn it down 5 degrees for bed.
Wow. You can't make it just the one room?
No, it's a pretty small apartment.
Okay. Well, it's your life. You do what you want. That's pretty cold. That's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know that they say that cold air, like freezing cold air, is like cryotherapy, is good for you.
You're trying
it's
to
good for your
convince me of this?
circulation.
Okay. Yeah, not just powering that all night
give
long.
It up.
You put your face in cold water for a full minute in the morning is supposed to be as good as like an ice bath.
No.
Okay. You have your theory. Here's the thing. But now, so do you guys cuddle when you're sleeping?
No.
Because it's too hot.
Yeah.
I'm
also just not a cuddler.
Oh, deal breaker.
You can't give me the first red
For me.
flag.
Okay, I'm not. I'm just saying for me.
That's a red flag.
I'd love to hug.
I like to hug.
But you don't like to cuddle.
I mean, what's the point of cuddling?
Just nothing better than closeness. I feel like I'm recharging my battery with my person.
So see, this is where in a relationship we would compromise. We'd make it really cold so that I would need to cuddle with you.
Yes.
To keep you warm.
Okay.
Then I have a reason.
So if you're the cuddler, you're fine, but not being cuddled. So if you're cuddling your guy, is that better?
I think I'd rather be the big spoon.
Okay. All right. Well, now, do you like to hold hands while you're sleeping?
What?
Are you serious?
I've never heard of that.
You've never held hands while you're sleeping?
Okay, hold my hand. So you're talking about going to sleep. We're sleeping, and you fall asleep like this?
Or waking up in the middle of the night and you find yourself like that? Or like that? No? Oh my God, there's nothing better than so rather than cuddling, just holding your person's hand at night?
I've woken up holding someone's dick.
Okay, whatever you like, whatever your comfort level is.
But never a hand?
That seems to be a signal, though, that you might be wanting to have some intimate times.
Intimate.
Right? So that's what you were wanting. You were signaling this thing now. Make it work.
Dick me now.
Make it go now. No, I love touch, and cuddling. And
Is physical
and hugging.
touch your love language?
Probably one of them. You're allowed more than one, as you know.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can have all five
you can have all
if you
five
want.
of them. I don't need all five. I don't need like compliments. You do need
Words of affirmation.
words
Nix
of affirmation.
that one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yep. You don't like that, or you do?
I like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important that couples do read that book and go through it, just because what you have to do is find out what disturbs the other, what bothers the other person, and talk about it in a neutral way.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only way you're going to get through it. Because once something bothers you, right, if you don't talk about it, it's just going to sit there,
Yeah.
and it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
So anything that triggers you, you should be able to go, that, by the way, that bothered me. Now, the other person's response, hopefully, is, thank you for telling me that, rather than, what's your problem?
Right.
Because they say, what's your problem? Now it's a bigger problem. So I'm defensive. I can't talk about these little things. Like, I need more as much communication as possible. But I'm older, so I've been through relationships, and so I'm looking for a more open field in terms of, like, growing. If you will. Not said as well as I wanted to, but you get the point.
Yeah. Do you sleep with pajamas on?
No. I sleep with shorts or just underwear
Yeah.
and a top. I like
So
to
you
stay
sleep with pajamas on?
No, I'll wear a t-shirt and shorts. But no, if my kids are there, right?
Yeah.
Then I wear shorts in case I have to do something in the
Right.
night. You don't want to stop, put shorts on, then go take care of the robber.
Yeah.
Or whatever might
The
be.
robber?
I'm kidding. Or whatever they might need. So you got to be prepared for your family.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's cute that you hold hands when you sleep, though.
I love it.
I think that's cute. I've never heard of it, but that is really cute. Yeah.
Oh God, I love waking up and noticing that we're holding hands.
That is so.
Yeah.
Do you make a conscious effort to do that?
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
I love that. No one's ever held my hand in my sleep. How many serious relationships have you had?
Serious? Probably under 10.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
When did you get married?
I got married when I was 33.
I guess that's actually a really good thing that you really had some serious relationships before.
I could have used more because, no, in the long run, it wasn't right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But how long were you married for?
24 years. But I moved out at 21. Yeah. And it had been unhappy for a while.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes.
What do you have?
I have a tattoo here of my kids, and it used to have it had my ex-wife's name there too, and then so I got a cover-up, and it wasn't that good, and so I realized I should have done something different, but I'm impetuous, and so I just kind of went, oh, this, and then it just looks like an ugly mistake surrounded by my kids' names.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that's fine.
Is that the only tattoo that you have? I have one tattoo.
What is it?
I have a kiss on my left butt cheek.
Okay.
And
Is it fully colored in? Is it the
It looks
whole
just
lip?
like a lip print.
Okay.
So
And
it's a red.
Is it your lip?
It is my lips.
Okay, nice.
I wanted my mom to kiss a piece of paper because when I was little, she'd always kiss me on the cheek. And I'd be like, and I would always remember her red lipstick and be like, ew, mom, don't do that. But then as you get older, you kind of miss those
Right.
little things. So my mom would always give me a kiss on the cheek.
That's great.
And then I was like, will you kiss this piece of paper? And she was like, of course. What's it for? And I'm like, I'm going to get a tattoo. She's like, oh, where? And I'm like, on my butt. And she's like, no.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm not going to go down in history as the one who kissed your ass forever. And I was like, that's not
nice.
what it is.
But it's her choice
But then
to
it
decide.
kind
yeah.
of became that.
Yeah.
But it was my own lips.
That's it's the DNA is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that foreplay is important before sex?
Yes. unless you're both determined that you don't need it.
Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Of course.
Do you think that they're a waste of time?
No.
Are they important?
Yeah.
What do you love about a one-night stand?
The agreement.
That it's fair enough.
Right? That
Yeah.
You both said, yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah, okay.
Do you have to communicate before a one-night stand?
There's so many different ways, right? There's a knowingness, like you're just both ready to go. Let's get it on. I think that's part of the joy, the thrill of it, is that we're just committing to this thing without, overthinking it.
Has a one-night stand ever led to more?
I'm sure it has. Not in recent memory.
Do you think you can take a girl seriously if she has sex with you on the first night?
Of course.
Really?
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I'm just programmed to believe that
Right.
you have
That's
to hold
not true.
out.
Everybody gets to do what they want,
That's true.
and you could be, the one person. So yeah, who cares? There's no value in judging somebody before you know them and going, is this a pattern? What if that pattern stopped with you?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So what if you were the one that they needed to find? And you could go, yeah, I did all this. We all have it. We all have a history. So there's no, don't ever judge somebody for having multiple partners or whatever. It's all part of it.
Do you believe you can have too much sex?
Not that I know of. I mean, there are people that have a extraordinarily high libido that might need servicing in a way that could be a problem. Mm-hmm. But I've never run into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say you've been with someone for 6 to 12 months and you're horny. Mm-hmm. How do you initiate sex when it's been too long that you've been dating?
You mean you both have stopped having sex?
You haven't had sex yet.
In 6 months?
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason. Are you healed yet? Because it's I can't think of a situation in recent memory or in the last whenever that you'd be dating 6 months and not have sex.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Some people are intimidated.
That's fine, but then that might be a red flag. Like, well, I don't need to take that long.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Then you'd have to say, have you ever taken, is that always the standard? It always has to be 6 months? Has it ever been a one-night stand or not? So, to me, that gets complicated.
Yeah.
So why are you making me wait and you were, either one of you banging it out earlier?
I'm with you. I am in agreement with you. I mean, if I like someone, I mean, don't you and you have chemistry.
Right.
All your alarms are going off.
Right. You want to get that deeper level of connection.
Yeah. I don't know how you keep hands off in that situation.
No.
Well, we're going to move on to my dessert question.
Very good.
I will give you a choice between 1 and 5.
Okay.
You pick the number.
Oh, 3.
What is the most romantic date you've ever planned?
Most romantic date I've ever
I asked
planned.
that like, who wants to be a millionaire?
Oh, yeah. That's
Regis Philbin?
most romantic date I ever planned. Probably when I asked my wife to marry. We were going to a Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game, and I proposed to her that morning. So the date would have been the Chiefs game, and then I overdid it. So she'd had this dream. Sorry, this is a long story. She had this dream a couple months earlier that I proposed to her in a clown outfit. So we were in Kansas City at her parents' house.
Hold on.
And I borrowed a clown outfit from my brother. And then we met on an airplane. So I put her ring on an airplane. I blew up a balloon and put the airplane inside there, filled it with roses. And then I brought this, I woke her up that morning with the balloon and the ring and the airplane. And I put rose petals in there. And I had a rose and I had her pop the balloon. So the roses came out pretty good, right? And then I asked her to marry me.
Wow.
And then we went to the Chiefs game.
That is amazing.
Yep.
I love that for you.
I'm so glad it happened. I adore my 5 kids. I adore my 5 kids. I do. I love them so much.
You are amazing.
I'm pass fail, really.
This was really fun.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you for spilling your heart out to me.
It's easy to do.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
DavidKoechner.com, Koechner, same at David Koechner on Instagram. So I'm touring the rest of the year. Yeah, all the information's there in some type of link tree. Link tree.
Yeah, I like Linktree. Do you have TikTok?
I do, but I don't.
We gotta get you on TikTok.
Why?
Because if you're promoting and you're
Okay,
into
I
videos,
know. I don't give a shit. I know. It's terrible. And you have to do something new all the time. You can't just post something. You have to actually do original material, right? Which bothers me. Maybe that's what I should do. That's what I should do. This bothers me that I have to. Okay, maybe that's the thing. Oh, this is a chore, and I don't want to do it. Then I got to find out a reason to do this. Maybe people could submit questions or something like that. Maybe that would work. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So I have to have a reason to do it.
Yeah.
Because me just cloyingly saying, please look at me, bothers me.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you for this piece of advice. That's why I had to come here today.
that's what I'm here for.
Yep, thank you.
Anytime.
All right.
All right, David.
Very good.
We'll see you next time. And you guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.
First date,
Your parents are your roommates?
first date.
Continuous hours of drinking, I'm just not into it.
But you're also old. So when you were younger,
I've seen so many tears. I felt like the whitest girl. And you know what? I loved it.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. This show is to find out what it's like to date the person in the hot seat and find out what their red flags are and if they have an opportunity for a second date. Are they dateable? We're going to find that out. Today, my guest is a stand-up comedian. He's an author. He's the host of the podcast Your Mom's House and Two Bears, One Cave, Tom Segura.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Love what you done with the place.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
I like it a lot.
I do too.
I think it's pretty swanky.
It's very nice.
So I'll go ahead and tell you
Okay.
how we're going to do this. I have a menu
Please.
of questions.
I'm very excited.
I've got appetizer questions.
Mm.
So we'll get into like some easy stuff. Then
Okay.
we got main course, gets a little meatier. And then we'll end with a dessert question.
Okay.
And then I'm going to point out your red flags and keep score.
Okay.
So
We'll see.
we'll get started with my
Can't
favorite little first one.
Okay.
I have some appetizer questions. What do you do to relax?
You know, watch a bio on Ted Bundy or
Heavy psychological murders.
no, I mean my hobbies. I'll give you my hobbies right now.
Okay.
So I definitely enjoy like watching movies, things like that, relaxing at the house. I work out almost every day. I would say I'm an auto enthusiast. I like cars. I like going to the track with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my pilot's license, so I've been
Wow.
flying somewhat regularly. It's hard with the tour, but the tour is over, so I've been working on doing that. And so that's kind of the hobbies that I have outside of the home, which is, you spend most of your time at home.
Flying sounds kind of scary. You don't have any room to fail.
Well, here's the thing that I've been flying helicopters, not planes. And the thing about a helicopter flying is that you're always a few seconds from dying.
So you take the people you don't really like with you.
I mean, there's no point where you just let go of things and go, now we're flying. Like you're always engaged. So it's kind of exciting. And I flew in something so fun yesterday that we went fully vertical in a chopper on it. It was nuts.
That sounds pretty cool.
So yeah, it was fun. It was
Do you
really
drink
fun.
alcohol? Not when you fly, but just in general?
I'm a very light drinker. So I would say in the last week I've had 2 drinks. So I'm not
That's
a big.
pretty good. What do you drink when you drink?
I had we had friends at the house, and one of them made a spritz, a Campari spritz.
Oh yeah,
So I had one. I didn't like. He made the other one too. The Aperol.
Aperol spritz.
That was much better.
It's a very white girl drink.
That was. I felt like I felt. Let me tell you something. I felt like the whitest girl. And you know what? I loved it.
Is that the? Did you only have one?
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't do that. I wish I could. I feel like it's like opening a bag of chips. I just can't have
I think
one.
the thing about me and alcohol is that it has to be. I'm not. I don't like morning, day. It has to be evening, and I think the circumstance, like, it either has to be this meal goes great with this, or we're really like turning it up tonight. Like, we are here at this party, and like let's just go for it. But just like continuous hours of drinking, I'm just not into it.
But you're also old. So when you were younger, did you used to drink a lot when you were younger?
I mean, I maybe more, but I never was look, I've always had a night or two every year and continue to do where I like get hammered. I'm not saying like that still happens,
Yeah.
where you just go crazy with drinking. But when I was younger, yeah, I probably had more nights like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, let's drink every day. I was never a daily drinker.
When you would go on dates with people, did you feel like alcohol would give you liquid courage and
Not really. I mean, yeah, I remember one. Here's the actually, I should say that I'm definitely not that guy. Is that I remember I got somebody told me, I want you to go out with this girl. Told her, so I call her, and I'm young, not old now. Like I was like 21, 22 maybe. And I call her, and I was like, hey, let's you want to go out Friday or whatever. She's like, yeah, I know this area we can go and get drinks. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and she kept bringing it up. I was like, Jesus, like, do you think there's enough drinks in this area for you? Because it sounds like all you want to do is drink.
yeah,
And then she was like, you're kind of a dick.
calling her out on her shit.
I called her out within 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
we hadn't even gone out. And then I was like, whatever, like, well, I don't know, I get off later. And then she was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to go out with you. And I was like, well, why don't you go get drunk with someone else then? And I just hung up like that. Yeah.
I just completely
Yeah, I was
canceled
like,
that.
whatever. Yeah. And then my friend was like, dude, she was gorgeous. I was like, I don't care. She was a loser. So, like, yeah.
Do you get jealous easily?
I wouldn't say super easily. I mean, I insecurities like anybody else, but I don't think I'm like a possessive, super jealous dude.
So besides ditching a girl and being like, I'm not going on this date with you, if you were out on a date, have you ever ditched a girl or had like a exit strategy if a date was going really bad?
Man. I mean,
I like where this is going.
these ones make me feel bad though, right?
That's okay. I'm ready to call out a red flag.
You are? Okay. No, I do remember one time that I was in here's 2 quick ones. Once I was on a cruise, and
That's a red flag.
that's a red flag. But I was in college. So it was our spring break cruise.
Okay.
And I went to I was drinking a lot.
Uh-huh.
The spring break.
I get it. No.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's gross. And I kind of, made out with this chick. Hooked up. By the way, so I've had this conversation. Does hook up for you mean slept with, or just means anything happened?
I think if you hook up with someone, you have sex.
Okay, I thought that too. And then I realized that, that there's some people who are like, I hooked up, and you're like, oh, you guys, you banged her? You're like, no, we just hooked up. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I thought that means...
Like you high-fived?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, we made out. And I'm like, what? So, all right, so we're in...
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't hook up. We just like made out and fooled around and
Messed around.
messed around. So we messed around, and she wasn't that great. So, so the next day, I was talking to somebody else who was way better, and
That was fast.
and she was like standing by, and I just acted like I couldn't see her.
Oh my gosh.
And she just stood here, and I just kept going like, yeah, so
That's like an in-person ghosting.
yeah. Then I was like, why don't we go over here? And then we just like
Walked
that
right
way.
by her? Oh my gosh, that's some trauma for her.
Yeah. And then she like kind of kept appearing at the places I
That
would
you
be
were?
at, and I would just be like, and I
Oh
would just turn,
man.
and I never made eye contact. I just was like, I don't see you.
Yeah.
So that was pretty bad. But I was drunk and 22. Another time I was at a bar in LA, and it was dark. It was like a cool vibe. And this girl approached me. Again, I'm like 22 or 23 years old. Approached me and was very forward and like flirty and asked for my number. Right.
Mhm.
Which I was like, wow, that's pretty like bold. And, it was cool the way she did it. So I was like, yeah, I gave her my number. She called me the next day and was like, just, talking about what do you want to do? You want to do something this Friday? And I was like, sure. So I go to pick her up, and I was like, damn, it was dark in that bar. Like, this is not, this is so wild. So I was immediately like, the fuck do I do? So she was like, let's go to this party. Let's go to this bar. Let's go, and I'm like, I'm trying to do the exit strategy.
Right.
I'm trying not to be like, I'm not going to leave her on the 405. I want to, but I'm not going to. So I just kind of like, I drive and I just kind of shut down. Like, you don't want to keep, even if you find the person cool, if you're like, this is not going to go anywhere, you don't want to like keep engaging, like
Right.
making her laugh, or like I'm having like pretend.
You don't want to let her think
You're having
that
a good time.
interested.
Exactly. So the only thing I did was just kind of like shut down. Like I just turned into an Uber driver. I was like, you want me to turn it up?
That's a red flag.
Yeah. Okay. So
Blast the music so she can't speak.
yeah, I was like, the voice is the best part about you, and it's not great. So
Dang.
when I find, I did the spots. It was somebody had a party, and then I take her back to her place, and I was like, well, at least I got here. The whole thing was like, just get back to dropping her off.
Yeah.
And then she was like, do you want to come up? I was like, nope. And then hard no. And then she leaned in to kiss, and I gave her my cheek.
Oh.
But that's not misleading. That's a very clear message. And then
No, that's a direct, I'm not interested.
yeah, exactly. Which I wanted her to know.
Right.
So I did that, and then I was like, you don't owe me for gas. Just get the fuck out. So, so no, I dropped her off, but I didn't like abandon her. I took her back.
That's
to her.
nice of you. We're moving into the main course questions.
Okay.
So, what does make it great for you when you go on a date? What's the...
Man, I mean, it's almost like saying, like, for me, how do you describe what great chemistry is? Like, because the thing is, like, that was the whole thing about dates is like, you go, you whatever, you order a couple drinks, some food, and then you start talking. And I think a great date is like, you forget how much time has gone by, right? You're just lost in conversation. It's great to have some similar interests. Like, I was big on that. I was talking about that recently about how, like, well, I mean, if you don't have any similar interests, I don't think it's going to be a great relationship. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to line up on everything. But like, if you're like, we don't like the same music, we don't like the same movies, we don't like the same activities, we don't like the same vacation. Like, you have to have something that aligns, or a few things.
Yeah.
And then there's like that thing that's like kind of magical, right? Like in the air where you just go like, I think you go like, I just want to keep talking to this person. That's great chemistry. I want to keep talking to you,
But what if the girl is like a 10 out of 10 smoke show, but you have no chemistry?
That question is a great one. And the answer is, how old are you when this happens? Because at 21, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take this 10 out of 10 all over the world until the fucking brakes fall off. Like, you just don't care. At my 44-year-old ass right now, I'd be like, there is not a chance in hell. I don't care. Because it's not enough. Yeah, I've lived too much and know
Yeah.
too much to know that as gorgeous and perfect as she might be, it's not worth it. Like it's going to be, I'm going to be exhausted immediately.
Yeah.
Like I can't, what's that? Someone said once, I can't isolate the hotness. In other words, like you being super hot is not enough.
Right.
It's not enough. It's not enough for a relationship. Sure, like I'll split your ham for a night, but I am not going to embark on a journey with you. And then the funny thing is, it's so associated with the way you see them. Like you go, the person who you were like, man, she's so gorgeous. Then somebody else says that and you're like, who, her? You're like, oh, no.
She's a shit person.
Yeah. And then you don't even see them as that attractive person anymore.
Yeah.
So without the chemistry and stuff, it doesn't matter if it's 10 out of 10. It doesn't matter. Like you have to be able to talk.
Have you ever been embarrassed on a date?
Oh, God.
Have you ever not been embarrassed on a date?
Probably not. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm pretty like self-aware and I think guarded, so that protects you from a lot of embarrassment. I'm trying to think of like, and I think my brain actually shelves those things, you know,
It's like blackout moments.
yeah, where I'm like, because I can't really think of like, oh, that was embarrassing. But you tell me one. Have you ever been embarrassed on a date?
Oh yeah.
Doing what?
Well, so I was watching porn before a date. You know.
So you were really gearing up for this date. God. This a first date?
No, it wasn't a first date.
Okay.
It was like a third date.
Third date, and you're like, I got to get ready for this date.
I actually like to do that so that I wasn't horny for
Oh,
the
really?
date. Yeah.
So you blast one out, and then you go on the date?
Yeah, and then I'm like
Oh.
chilling.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like
Interesting.
so.
So then if you actually really like then he's really got to earn it. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I realized I was late for the date, and I shut my computer. And I took my computer on the date because this was also someone I was like writing with, and so I was like, "Oh, we're gonna write together." And when I got to Blue Bottle coffee shop in LA, just a normal coffee shop,
Yep.
I opened the laptop, and it was just like pounding sounds. And I was so mortified that I couldn't move. I was just so frozen.
Yeah.
And the whole coffee shop heard it. So I shut the laptop, and for some horrific reason,
Yeah.
the sounds
Kept playing.
continued.
Yeah.
So I ran to the bathroom with the computer making noises all the way across, opened my computer, exited out of it, and I went back and I was beat red. I was so embarrassed.
It's mortifying.
And I sit down with him and I'm like, so sorry about that. And he was like, it's fine. Do you want to go to my place?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't. And I never saw him again.
Okay.
I couldn't.
This prompted one. So.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
horror
Well,
story.
it did. No, you know what prompted it? It wasn't even like I was actually going to tell you because that happened to me with a cleaning lady coming in the house. And it wasn't a date, right? And it was, and I did shut the laptop and it kept playing and it was horrible. But this one is kind of amazing. I did a play in LA. This is like years ago. I was like 22 and 23 years old. And this girl who I thought was really cute, who had come and seen me do stand-up with her boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Her boyfriend came, and so I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'd met her in an acting class. And
You really like these acting classes.
I'm telling you,
Go fishing,
if
huh?
you're in LA, it's fertile ground.
That's a red flag. You can't prey on actresses.
Yes, you can. They're all fucking zeros. So they're fucking the worst. So this fucking zero, she comes to my stand-up show, and I was a new stand-up, and then it was fine that her and her boyfriend come, and I go, I'm just, I'll see you class on Wednesday or whatever. Months later, I'm in this play, and I think I had just like told some people like in an email thread, I'm doing this play, and it had a run, it had a 6-week run. And so one night she comes to watch the play alone, right? But whatever, like
She still has a boyfriend, Tom.
So she's watching the this is it's better than you think actually. She goes afterwards. She's like, "What are you doing afterward? Like, now that the play is over?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna go back." And she was like, "Do you want to like hang out or something?" And I was like, "Nah." And by the way, wait, let me tell you something. Gorgeous, like gorgeous girl. And I thought she was great, but I was like, no, because what am I going to hang out with you and with your boyfriend? Like, I don't want to hang out with you guys. Like, I didn't find them to be the most inspiring couple. I'm just like, no. So, so then I go, and I just remember that it was after the play, and I was so hungry. Sometimes after a show, you're just like, I was so hungry. And I went and I got like a double bacon cheeseburger from like Jack in the Box. And I'm in my apartment just like housing this thing. And I'm like, oh, and then she calls me and I'm like, hello. And she's like, can I ask you something? And I go, yeah. And she's like, yeah. She's like, why didn't you want to come over? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, just hungry. And she's like, oh, well, I was just at my place and just wanting to know why you wouldn't want to come and like hang out with me. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just hungry. Right. I didn't know it. I was like, I'm hungry. So I then hang up, I eat my burger and I'm like, oh, it's like, I don't know. I'm like, I just don't know what to say about her. She calls me 2 weeks later and she's like, I got to tell you, this has just been sitting with me. She goes, do you not find me attractive? And I go, no, of course I find, like, she's a beautiful girl. I go, you're gorgeous. And she's like, so I go to your play and then I ask you to come hang out. And then you just wanted to eat a burger instead of spending time with me. And I go, well, you have a boyfriend. And she's like, we broke up a while ago. And she goes, I was offering myself to you. And I was like, what? And then she used that expression, I was offering myself to you. And I go, I did not know that. I go, that was not clear. And I will come over right fucking now. And I did. I went over to her place. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was young. I was very young. Yeah.
Do you feel like dating essentially got easier for you once you got famous?
Well, I've never dated as a known person. Like I've been with Christina since I was 25.
Yeah.
So I've never been on a date. I'm sure there's parts of that would be easy, but I actually think that, I don't think I'll ever know. I think that that being well known is easy for like those, like, hey, would you like to go out? Quick thing.
Yeah.
But it's probably better, I think, for a well-known person to date someone who's like barely even knows who they are.
Yeah.
Doesn't even like, who are you? I didn't know. Like, that's probably better for a relationship,
When you were dating Christina and you introduced her to your parents.
Yeah.
What did they think?
My dad fucking loved her so much because he met her at this, his brother was getting remarried, and I brought Christina to the wedding, and my dad would tease his younger sister a lot, and his sister was there, and he would like gross her out, like do like booger stuff. He'd call her snots, things that mortified. She would be like, oh my, she was like this Southern lady, and so when she heard him say that, and then when we see her for the second time, my Christina goes, hi snots. Like that, like greeted her by this nickname, which like everybody laughed, and then my dad was like, "She's fucking awesome!" Like and then Christina indulged him, on his Vietnam stories and stuff. So he's like, I like her, buddy. She's great.
Yeah,
yeah. He loved, yeah. And my mom loved her too. I think my mom is more like suspicious of people and probably, but like my dad was just totally all in right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so curious what a conversation looks like when you decide to have kids. What did that conversation look like?
Well, the funny thing is, it's probably not what most people expect, in that I was like, hey, I really want to be a dad before we were even married. So I was like 27. I was like, I want to have kids. She was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, we can't make $500 a month, you know? Like, what are you talking about? So, but I just thought that was, you know, the whole point of.
Well, it is.
Yeah. So I was just like, I remember when we were engaged, I was like, you want to have kids, right? And she was like, I mean, for her, she was like, I guess one day. We're not talking about like this year, right? And I was like, no, but like kind of soon, you know? And she was definitely more apprehensive, which I think is usually the opposite of that, right? Or like the woman goes, I want to have kids. And the guy's like, I don't know. So it was that. And then I do remember once, I think it was just this year where like things came together for work, things were going well. And I think she just felt settled because the woman has to say like, I'm ready to do this. And
Yeah.
her just being like, hey, I'm ready to do it. I was so excited. I was so excited to have kids. Yeah.
Well, I have a question from the sound booth.
Okay.
If Christina died, what would your move be?
What would my move be?
Like,
do you
what
mean?
would you do?
Enjoy my life. I don't know. Like,
I feel like when I date someone and I'm really in love, I think I would just I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
you get over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, you would,
All right, Tom, that's a red flag.
that's, you'd be fine. No. I mean, look,
Now I see why you guys wanted that question.
there would be tears, but you know, you got 2 kids, you gotta move forward.
The show must go on.
We're not going to skip a podcast that week. You know, we're going to fucking,
Right.
we're going to do our stuff. We got things to do.
What do you think is your best quality?
What is my best quality? That's tough, man. Don't you find it so hard to answer that about yourself?
No.
No? What is your best quality? Lauren?
I think that I'm funny, and I think that surprises people.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
I can make people laugh.
That's a good quality. All right, you win. I'm a really good listener with everybody like close to me, and I'm really good at paying attention to what people need, you know,
Yeah.
and being engaged like that. I think that's a good quality.
I feel like sometimes good qualities can be double-edged swords too.
Yeah, because you can let, like in that case, you can also not be paying it. And if they're used to you being engaged and paying attention, all of a sudden you don't, it feels deliberate or it feels cold. And so you also have to have like awareness about that, you know?
Yeah. I'll go off on when someone is really down. I think that's one of my good qualities is I'm really
Lift
good
them
at
up.
finding the silver lining. But every now and then I can take it a little too far.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like fun and lighthearted, and then it's like just smacking it right back down by saying like one thing.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is, here's the thing about that is that anybody who's funny has a little bit of a lack of impulse control on saying things. And that's why things are funny sometimes. They're funny because you didn't wait a moment to say it. You just said it. You
Right.
said, like the timing of it. So that's like anybody who's funny has said things and people are like, I can't believe you said that in that moment.
Yeah.
And that same exact thing that made you funny in that moment can make you hurtful in the next moment.
Yeah.
You know, but if you go, well, I just will pull back, then you'll also pull back on the times when it's okay to say. So it kind of comes with it. Like
Yeah.
it is the other side of it. Like you're going to say things that you shouldn't have said sometimes if you're a funny person.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hurt so many people's feelings. Like devastated people, and seen so many tears, and like really, really hurt people. And I've just gone like, hey, you know, I'm funny.
I'm gonna carry that on with me for
yeah.
the rest of my life.
That's just you got to do it.
Yeah.
You can't stop saying it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because then you're not being true to yourself.
Of course,
We could
yeah.
talk about this all day for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
So I'll end with my dessert question.
Oh, okay.
What is the sweetest thing you've ever done for Christina?
The sweetest thing I've ever done for her. I'm trying to think. I mean, it's funny because I always say I don't like to be surprised. I don't like surprises.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to be surprised. I don't want a fucking surprise party, any of that shit. Like, I've gotten really upset at that before. I'd be like, don't you fucking do that to me. But one time I remember, I don't know if this is the sweetest thing I've ever done. I'm just coming to mind, but I didn't have her friend's information, so I got it from her phone. I knew her best friend, and then I contacted her best friend, and I flew her out to surprise Christina for her birthday. So I did it all, like, you know, behind the scenes, and I didn't have a ton of money at the time, so it was a whole thing, you know, to pay for the plane tickets and all that, and make that arrangement. And that was fun to just see her get totally surprised like that. I mean, I've done a lot of gifts, you know. I've given her cool. I like presents.
Yeah.
And like trying to figure out like the gift to give someone.
Yeah.
So I've done a number of them for her. And she's like, oh my God. She's never like that excited. But I've gotten her cool stuff. But I think like bringing somebody to see her that was like important to her was a good one for Christina.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Let's recap your red flags. All right, so we had 4 red flags.
4?
That's not that many.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not that I was expecting more, but we had 4. The first one is you went on a cruise in college.
Ugh. I know. And the thing is, I fucking hate cruises. I
Yeah.
mean, I've learned to hate them. My parents loved going on them, and they took us on a bunch. It was, you know, in my defense, it was like, what are we going to do this spring break? And I didn't know. And it was kind of a way to not spend a crazy amount.
You don't have to justify it.
I want to,
A
though.
red flag is a red flag.
Okay.
You can't take it back. We get it. You regret it. Everyone who goes on a cruise usually regrets it. It's like a hat. Girls like regret wearing
buying
hats. You know what I
hats.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like just automatically
I
a
got
bad
a
decision.
fedora. And you're like, yeah.
Never. Then
Lose that hat.
right.
Yeah.
Burn it. Second red flag. You blast music to avoid conversation.
With this dog that that I didn't want to connect with.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Prey on actresses in acting classes. That's a red flag.
100%.
And then I think the final flag is just how easily you'd get over Christina's death.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Well, I mean, I think you're obviously worthy of a second date.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Love to have you back.
I would love to come back.
Guys, this was our first episode of First Date. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned. Tom, thank you for coming on.
Anytime. I can't wait to come back.
I feel like you're so easy to find, but
yeah,
you know.
I'll be back.
Okay.
You'll see me around here.
All right,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.